The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John.
Glory to you, O Lord.
Jesus said to his disciples, I have much more to tell you, but you cannot bear it now. But when he comes, the Spirit of truth, he will guide you to all truth. He will not speak on his own, but he will speak what he hears, and will declare to you the things that are coming. He will glorify me, because he will take from what is mine and declare it to you. Everything that the Father has is mine. For this reason, I told you that he will take from what is mine and declare it to you. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
My brothers and sisters, as I mentioned earlier, this whole week is about us being open to getting help from God, to getting help from each other. And so throughout this week, we've been getting examples of how the early church didn't do anything on their own. They let people help them. They let God send help, like Lydia, to help each of the people going out. But we also have these Gospels about the Holy Spirit, also called the Advocate, the Paraclete, and the Helper. He comes to help us. And so today in our first reading, we learn a lot about humanity, about ourselves, about how God makes it for us to get help. When Paul visits Athens, the center of paganism, the center of where there are lots of Greek gods, we see that Paul makes a connection that all of us worldwide are spiritual beings. God made us to seek out God. We all look for God, and we all especially ask for God's help. And in Athens, they have hundreds of different gods, and it just happens that someone even thought to say, well, there's a God we're probably forgetting, and they make a shrine to an unknown God. And so St. Paul meets them where they are at and says, I know all of you know that there are gods. I know you all feel in your hearts that you need their help. And I know y'all even know that there are gods you don't know about. Well, let me tell you about a God that's just been revealed. He's the God of the Jews, but he sent his son Jesus. And Jesus revealed so much more. In fact, when we look at the Bible, revelation just means revealing. And he goes on to slowly baby step them, just as the Jewish people were baby stepped. Keep in mind, in the Old Testament, Abraham was where these Athens people were. Abraham, when he started out, was in a family that believed in a lot of gods. And then God said, I'm adopting you. Out of all the gods, I'm a God adopting you. And slowly, by the time we get to Moses, God has revealed that he is the one and only God. That all the other gods, the ones that are for God, are angels. And the ones that are against God are demons. And so, when Christianity is spreading across the Roman Empire, naturally, the gods that are saying, worship us, aren't angels, they're demons. And so Paul has this task of meeting people where they are, telling them there's an unknown God, and he's the greatest of all gods, and he slowly is revealing that these other gods that so many people have temples for are not good for you. They are taking you away from the one God that cares about you. And as we see the reactions of the people, we can think of the parables of Jesus with the seeds. You see the seed that falls on the sidewalk, and the birds peck it up. You got the people that are scoffing. They won't even listen to this. And then you've got the seeds that actually get under the ground, but are just a little ways under, and the sun fries them. And those are the people that say, that's interesting. I'll think about that, but come back and talk to us again. But then you have the people that really listen, and they bear fruit, and they follow Paul, and they start a new life as Christians and bear the fruit 100-fold. And so we see Paul living the Christian life, bringing Jesus to everyone, and everyone is free. No one is forced. They can accept it or they can reject it. And we have in our gospel today that Paul does all this through the help of the Holy Spirit. We are exactly like Paul. We don't do anything on our own. We have the help of each other, the support of our families, the support of the saints, but above all, the support of the Holy Spirit. I can't tell you how many times God has said, do this, and I said, no, Lord, that's beyond me. In fact, I'm about to have to speak at graduation for the second time, and that's very intimidating for me. But God tells me, just show up. That's all you have to do. Just go there, and I'll take care of the rest. And you don't know how many times that has happened, that I just show up at the nursing home, show up at the hospital, go to places that I don't know what's going to happen, show up to pray at the abortion clinic. And God points people out, says, go and talk to this person. This person needs you. Or people come to me, and the words come to my mouth. I'm just making connections. Oh, you want me to say that now, God? Okay, I'll do it. The Holy Spirit is with us. We don't do anything on our own. We do need help, but He is there to help us. And it is a life of adventure. The Holy Spirit gives us love, gives us zeal, gives us excitement if we only cooperate. And so, my brothers and sisters, the good news is we all need help. We all are weak. But the even greater news is God is with us. And anything He asks of us, He gives us the courage and the strength and even the words to do. God love you.